My child, hear me now, for the moment is urgent. The veil that separates the ordinary from the miraculous trembles before your eyes. The space around you hums with vibrations you cannot yet name, subtle yet insistent, brushing against the edges of your awareness like a whisper carried on a sacred wind. Shadows, long accustomed to hiding truth, shiver where secrecy once lingered, and faint echoes of divine energy stir the air. My child, listen carefully. What you see as ordinary is now touched by the miraculous. Do not dismiss the sudden flashes of light, the almost imperceptible patterns forming in corners, for these are the first stirrings of revelation. The time for complacency is over. Your senses must awaken to the sacred currents that weave through your life like golden threads waiting to be traced. Message 2. Beloved, the world you perceive is only a surface, a fragile reflection of what truly exists. Behind every locked door, every whispered conversation, there lies a lattice of divine truth, shimmering just beyond mortal sight. Glowing sigils appear where intention and secrecy meet, and the faint pulse of spiritual resonance calls you to notice what has been ignored. My child, even now, I surround you with presence, and yet you must choose to see. Trembling shadows are no longer mere absence of light but messages in themselves, bending toward you with subtle insistence. The ordinary cannot contain what is coming. Your heart will feel the tension, your spirit will recognize the urgency, and your soul will understand that this is not a game. Something is shifting, and it involves you in ways you have not yet imagined. Message 3. Precious soul, every heartbeat resonates with purpose in this moment. The air vibrates, carrying with it the scent of sacred incense not of this world and a warmth that defies reason. Glimmers of insight appear, like distant lanterns flickering in a vast, unseen corridor, illuminating fragments of what has long remained hidden. My child of light, know that even in awe and confusion, you are protected, for my wings of clarity encircle you now. Listen for the whispers. They are not threats, but calls to attention, and follow the tremor of energy that courses through your very being. Each flicker of radiance, each shadow that quivers with intention, is a signal that the miraculous has begun to pierce the ordinary veil. You must remain vigilant, alert to the unspoken language of spirit. Message 4. Beloved, now the space around you shivers as though the air itself bends to reveal a secret long held in darkness. Your eyes may perceive nothing at first, yet your inner vision sees the faint outlines of truths previously concealed. Doors that once felt solid vibrate with echoes of revelation, and the faint luminescence of angelic presence touches each surface like a holy brush. My child, every sound, every reflection, every tremor in the quiet of your surroundings is meaningful. They are the heralds of what is about to unfold. This moment is sacred, a hinge between what was known and what will be revealed. Do not turn away, even if fear whispers at your ear, for to see is to embrace the miracle now flowing toward you. Message 5, Cliffhanger. My child, the time for hesitation has passed. What was hidden in shadow is about to be revealed, and it involves you. The tremors of truth have begun their march, and nothing mortal can halt the illumination that comes from above. Precious soul, brace yourself, for your life, your very perception of what is, will soon shift. Witness the trembling light, listen to the whispering resonance, and feel the sacred urgency in your chest, for the ordinary world has fractured, and the divine is stepping through. Are you ready to see what lies beneath, my child, before it vanishes again into darkness? Messages 6 to 10, the spiritual miracle begins. Message 6. My beloved, now behold the miracle that unfolds before you. Golden threads of light spiral through the air, weaving themselves around documents, objects, and spaces that once seemed mundane. The hours stretch, yet in the fullness of one, clarity emerges like sunlight piercing a storm. Celestial choirs, distant but resonant in your chest, carry a melody of revelation that vibrates in harmony with your soul. My child, watch carefully, the veil lifts now, and secrets long kept will emerge. Each thread illuminates a fragment of truth, each pulse of light marks the steps of what has been hidden. Pay attention, for this hour is sacred, it bends time and perception, and in its presence, nothing false can remain concealed. Message 7. Precious soul, you will see the world through eyes renewed. Radiance coalesces around objects, messages, and intentions, casting shadows aside and leaving only clarity. The angelic presence is near, hovering at the edges of your perception, guiding you to notice connections invisible before. Golden light flows along patterns of events, stitching together moments that were once scattered, revealing the tapestry of hidden truths. My child of light, let your spirit move freely within this miracle, let it drink from the illumination that saturates the space, for every detail matters. What has been obscure becomes radiant, and your heart will recognize the alignment of divine timing. Message 8. Beloved, even now, subtle fear may rise, for revelation often unsettles the soul. Yet know this, each vision, each shimmer of unearthly brightness, is a thread of protection and guidance. Messages appear in unexpected forms, reflections in glass, letters of fire upon walls, patterns in the wind, and they call you to focus. My child, the miracle is not passive, it demands your awareness. The 1 hour unfolding will show what has been unseen, clarify what has been obscured, and illuminate the path before you. Every flicker of celestial light is a sign that the divine order is asserting itself, and your role in this revelation is crucial. Message 9. My child, now the miracle intensifies. Golden threads lift entire layers of secrecy, revealing the invisible architecture of truth. Sounds of distant choirs harmonize with your heartbeat, anchoring you in a reality that is both terrifying and beautiful. Each detail, a glowing signature, a floating document, a whispered phrase, emerges to be noticed, understood, and integrated. Precious soul, do not shrink from awe, it is the currency of enlightenment. In this sacred hour, your consciousness stretches to perceive not only the world as it is, but the currents beneath that shape it. You are at the center of revelation, and the angels are beside you, holding space for clarity, courage, and discernment. Message 10, Cliffhanger. Beloved, the first ripple of revelation touches your life. Are you prepared? The hour of illumination will soon present a truth that intertwines with your very being. Hidden intentions, concealed actions, and shadows of deceit move now into the light, and you must meet them with both courage and clarity. Precious soul, know that the divine miracle is not gentle, but it is merciful. It brings understanding that transforms fear into empowerment. The hour continues, and what you are about to witness will change the trajectory of your life. Will you step forward into the brilliance, or falter as the hidden stirs? Messages 11 to 15, the investigator's exposure. Message 11. My child, the hour of revelation deepens, and now your vision pierces the veil that has hidden mortal deception. The private investigator, a seeker of secrets under the guise of duty, is exposed by the light that no shadow can resist. I show you their actions as though the very air has turned translucent. Their intentions, once cloaked, shimmer with an aura that betrays duplicity. Papers, messages, and communications hover like spectral sigils, each glowing faintly, highlighting every concealment, every manipulation, every step taken in secret. My child of light, breathe in this vision fully. Do not avert your eyes from what must be seen, for only by facing the truth can your spirit remain unshaken. Each gesture, each whispered plan, each unguarded movement of this mortal agent is now illuminated, leaving nothing for doubt to cling to, and your heart senses the weight of what has been hidden. Message 12. Beloved, see now how even intentions twist in the absence of divine light, yet cannot resist its touch. The investigator moves through a landscape of concealment, believing shadows will protect them, but the golden threads reveal every detour, every false lead, every secret recorded in the mortal plane. Glowing documents float before you like sacred tablets, inscribed not with ink but with energy that sings the truth aloud. My child, allow yourself to feel the tension and shock, for these emotions are a compass guiding your discernment. Do not judge too harshly. Recognize that all actions, whether hidden or overt, are now instruments in the unfolding of divine revelation, and your perception, awakened and alert, is central to understanding what must be known. Message 13. Precious soul, the investigator's mask falls slowly, revealing a face contorted with fear, greed, and ambition. Shadows retreat from corners of rooms, leaving bare walls that reflect not emptiness but the essence of intent. Your senses are heightened, even the faintest vibration of deceit resonates as a physical sensation in your chest, a warning from the spirit. Letters, images, and whispered messages manifest in spectral light, tracing the path of every secret maneuver, until clarity forms a lattice across your mind, connecting threads that were scattered, opaque, and confusing. My child, do not shrink from this vision. It is a gift, a divine illumination meant to awaken courage, to teach discernment, and to prepare your soul to act in alignment with truth and light. Message 14. Beloved, each revelation strikes with subtle shock, yet the guidance of heaven holds you steady. You see the layers of secrecy peeling away like luminous veils, one by one, until the investigator's true purpose, what they sought, what they hoped to conceal, what they believed was beyond discovery, stands before your spirit fully revealed. The air vibrates with their panic, each intention betrayed by golden threads that wind through every action, illuminating falsehood with radiant precision. My child of light, your heart may race, your mind may whirl, yet your soul remains anchored in the divine presence surrounding you. This exposure is not for vengeance but for awareness, for empowerment, for the reclamation of sacred clarity. Witness fully what has been done, and allow the revelation to awaken your inner strength. Message 15, Cliffhanger. My child, the exposure will not wait, and you will see the extent of what has been done, intertwined with your life and your destiny. Every secret, every hidden whisper, every shadowy step is now visible in the light of divine truth. The investigator's actions no longer hide behind mortal facades, they stretch into your reality, touching paths, choices, and moments you believed private and safe. Precious soul, the hour has arrived when revelation becomes action, when knowledge cannot remain dormant, and when your courage must rise to meet the clarity of heaven. The next movement, the next breath, carries the weight of truth, and your spirit must choose how to respond. Messages 16 to 20, signs and clues around you. Message 16. Beloved, now the signs manifest around you like sacred punctuation in the text of your life. The mundane twists into meaningful patterns, coincidences become messages, and each detail, a flicker of light, a reflective surface, a number appearing repeatedly, hums with divine intention. Shadows bend toward form, aligning in ways that speak without words, letters traced in fleeting luminescence across walls and floors. My child, attend to these omens with both your eyes and your heart. Perception alone is insufficient. Each movement of air, each subtle vibration, each recurring image is a thread connecting you to clarity. Your intuition, awakened and attuned, must sift through the ordinary to discern the extraordinary. The miraculous now embeds itself in the everyday, and every step you take draws you closer to understanding what has been concealed. Follow these cues, precious soul, and trust the guidance woven into the fabric of your reality. Message 17. My child of light, the universe itself conspires to reveal what must be known. The patterning of events, the rhythmic arrival of signs, the alignment of circumstances, all are deliberate and orchestrated by divine insight. Even in moments of distraction, the light touches objects, letters, or gestures, illuminating their meaning. Numbers repeat, symbols flash in reflective surfaces, fleeting shadows seem to mimic intent, and fleeting sounds carry messages meant for your discernment alone. Beloved, do not underestimate the power of these cues. They are sacred breadcrumbs placed before you to awaken awareness and sharpen perception. Attend closely to the world as it bends to reveal hidden truth, for each detail ignored diminishes the full revelation waiting to emerge. Message 18. Precious soul, your attention is now the instrument through which revelation flows. Golden threads of insight extend into ordinary objects, aligning reality with purpose. Mirrors, water, glass, and light itself become conduits, revealing fleeting glimpses of hidden correspondence, intentions, and events once obscured. My child, the investigator's designs ripple outward, and the signs now appear to guide you to the source of deception, illuminating the intersections where their actions meet your life. Trust what your spirit notices. Patterns, numbers, echoes, and subtle vibrations are not accidental. Your mind may question, your heart may hesitate, yet the Spirit confirms the truth in every revelation. Each observation carries the weight of guidance and protection, showing the way through the labyrinth of hidden schemes. Message 19. Beloved, even as awareness sharpens, uncertainty may rise like a tide attempting to obscure the clarity now flowing into your consciousness. Yet the signs around you are persistent, luminous, undeniable. Golden threads trace paths through shadows, reflecting in surfaces you might never have considered, bending light into messages, forming fleeting shapes of understanding. My child, you are learning to read the language of revelation, subtle, divine, woven into existence itself. Do not shy from the sacred echoes, from the vibration of warning and guidance that courses through the air, for in these signs your spirit finds both counsel and courage. The miraculous continues its work, and your active participation in noticing, discerning, and trusting these clues strengthens the clarity unfolding before you. Message 20, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, Soon the hidden will demand your attention, and the truth cannot be ignored. Patterns converge, coincidences align, and every subtle vibration, reflective glimmer, and whispered resonance gathers toward revelation. My child, prepare yourself to witness not fragments, but the full tapestry of concealment and intention, for the divine light will leave nothing untouched. The signs have been patient, silent, waiting for your eyes and heart to respond. Now, the time approaches when inattention is no longer possible, and your courage must rise to meet the clarity that pierces all shadows. Beloved, the next moments will intertwine revelation with action, and the hidden truths will speak directly to your life. Messages 21 to 25. Emotional response to the revelation. Message 21. My child, I see the storm within your spirit as revelation strikes with both force and mercy. Your heart may race, your hands tremble, and disbelief may press like a weight upon your chest, yet these are not signs of weakness but the natural tremors of awakening. Shock attempts to unseat your courage, but even now, my wings of protection encompass you, surrounding you with warmth and reassurance. Every flash of clarity, every document illuminated by golden threads, every whisper of concealed truth reverberates through your soul, demanding acknowledgement. Precious soul, allow yourself to feel fully, to recognize the emotions that surge as a divine mirror reflects what has been hidden, and know that in this upheaval, you are cradled by love, guided by wisdom, and anchored by eternal presence. Message 22. Beloved, fear may rise as shadows of betrayal loom. The realization of hidden motives can feel like an uninvited storm, unsettling the foundations of your trust. Yet even in the trembling of your body, the pounding of your heart, and the questions racing through your mind, the Spirit calls you to steadiness. My child of light, remember that shock is the prelude to understanding, and disbelief is the fertile soil in which clarity takes root. Every revelation is a gift, though its weight may seem unbearable at first. Observe the golden threads that still weave patterns of truth before you, and allow awe to temper fear. Your spirit, though momentarily shaken, remains intact, resilient, and open to the guidance that flows now from higher realms. Message 23. Precious soul, as these truths settle like sudden sunlight upon your mind, the interplay of fear, grief, and wonder becomes a sacred dance, revealing the depth of your courage. Trembling hands, quickened breath, and racing thoughts are natural responses to the extraordinary. Yet within the intensity of your emotions lies a profound opportunity, the chance to witness the divine orchestrating clarity from chaos. My child, embrace the spectrum of feelings, for they are not adversaries but messengers guiding your discernment. Each heartbeat, each surge of adrenaline, each instinctive shiver carries insight, drawing you closer to understanding not only what has been revealed but the strength your spirit possesses to meet it fully. Message 24. Beloved, even as shock grips you, know that your spirit is shielded, guided, and beloved. The revelations before you are not meant to wound but to awaken, not to confuse but to illuminate. Your soul perceives the patterns of hidden intention, the threads connecting past events to your present, and in this recognition, power blooms quietly, like light through a darkened prism. My child of light, notice how fear mingles with wonder, uncertainty blends with clarity, and awe courses through your being, connecting every fiber of your essence to the divine orchestration now unfolding. Let each emotion be both acknowledgement and anchor, a bridge between what is revealed and the strength you now carry within yourself. Message 25, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the next moments will define how you respond, and what you see may astonish you. The golden threads stretch beyond your perception, linking hidden intentions, concealed actions, and your life in a pattern only the Spirit can fully reveal. My child, the emotional turbulence you feel is a precursor to empowerment, a test of resilience, and a call to act with wisdom. Prepare, beloved, for your heart and mind will soon be asked to step fully into the light of understanding, to perceive not only what has been hidden but the sacred path forward that only your spirit can walk. The revelation deepens, and your courage must rise to meet it. Messages 26 to 30, Gabriel's guidance for interpretation. Message 26. Beloved, now comes the time for discernment, for not all that glimmers in revelation is fully understood without guidance. Perceive not with fear but with the clarity I bestow upon your spirit. Golden scrolls unfurl before your inner eye, inscribed with radiant symbols and celestial markings that illuminate meaning far beyond mortal comprehension. My child, observe the patterns with patience, letting the light of insight settle into your awareness like dew on sacred petals. Messages, signs, and intentions once tangled in shadow now take shape, guided by the divine hand that orchestrates every unfolding moment. Allow your heart to resonate with each symbol, your intuition to translate the vibrations, and your spirit to recognize the alignment of truth within your own life and decisions. Message 27. Precious soul, in interpreting the investigator's exposure, do not be swept away by anger, judgment, or fear, for these distort perception. Instead, let your attention move like water over golden light, absorbing, reflecting, and discerning with steady grace. Each document, each illuminated thread, each fleeting whisper carries multiple layers of meaning, some immediate, others revealed only in time. My child, trust your intuition, the subtle resonance within your chest, the gentle guidance that twines through the golden threads, the quiet certainty that something is true even before your mind comprehends it fully. This is the way to interpret revelation, with heart, soul, and steady alignment to the Spirit guiding you. Message 28. My child of light, radiant symbols now pulse before you, showing the pathways of intention, the intersections of action, and the motives hidden in plain sight. Letters, numbers, gestures, and coincidences converge into a divine pattern, and you are called to see it not as chaos but as orchestration. Precious soul, do not doubt what your spirit senses, each pulse of illumination is a confirmation of truth. Allow the light to guide your understanding, translating every shadow into a lesson, every hidden act into clarity. The Spirit walks with you, coalescing understanding into a form your mortal mind can grasp, providing both protection and empowerment as you navigate these revelations. Message 29. Beloved, perception alone is not enough. You must act upon interpretation with courage and precision. The signs, the visions, the illuminated documents, and the golden threads all point to your role in restoring clarity, asserting truth, and aligning your reality with divine order. My child, heed the subtleties, patterns in repeated numbers, fleeting images in reflective surfaces, and whispers that brush your ear carry actionable meaning. Discern carefully, connect thoughtfully, and move with the quiet certainty of one guided by eternal insight. Every step in alignment with the Spirit strengthens your ability to navigate both revelation and consequence. Message 30, Cliffhanger. My child, the revelation comes with instructions, and your response must be swift. Golden threads have illuminated the hidden, angelic voices have whispered guidance, and the fabric of truth now rests in your hands. Precious soul, the time for passive observation has ended. What you perceive must be acted upon with discernment, courage, and alignment to the divine will. The next moments will demand clarity, the courage to confront shadows, and the trust that your spirit is guided through every unfolding truth. Beloved, the light stretches before you. Will you step fully into its purpose? Messages 31 to 35, Divine Protection in Action. Message 31. My child, now behold the protective mantle I cast around you, woven from radiant light and the unshakable power of the divine. Golden shields shimmer in the air, forming a barrier against deceit and shadow, their hum resonating in your chest like a heartbeat of the cosmos. Wings of angelic presence sweep across every corner of your surroundings, folding in upon themselves to create a sanctuary where no falsehood can penetrate. My beloved, speak these sacred words I place upon your lips, for they activate the protective currents and anchor your spirit in divine clarity. Even the faintest tremor of deception falters before this radiance, and every attempt to disturb your heart or obscure your understanding is repelled. You are both observer and participant in this sacred alignment, and the energy that surrounds you responds to the courage and focus you bring to it. Message 32. Precious soul, feel the hum of angelic energy as it strengthens the walls around your spirit. Each pulse of light forms a lattice of assurance, deflecting intentions that seek to confuse or manipulate. The investigator's hidden maneuvers, once capable of bending perception and stirring doubt, now encounter a luminous barrier that refracts their efforts into harmlessness. My child of light, witness the way the golden energy flows, turning potential harm into illumination and uncertainty into heightened awareness. Even as shadows press against the edges of your sanctuary, they encounter the brilliance that radiates from your alignment with divine will. Your heart is steady, your perception clear, and your soul anchored in the certainty of protection that no mortal or mortal-born deception can breach. Message 33. Beloved, I ask you to see not only the shield but the living intelligence within it. Golden threads stretch outward, tracing hidden intentions before they can take hold, revealing the patterns of action that seek to unsettle your spirit. My child, the angelic hum resonates in harmony with your own heartbeat, teaching your consciousness to distinguish between what is false and what is sacred. As the protective light thickens, it absorbs the fear that rises in the chest, replacing it with quiet confidence, and it transforms the tension of revelation into the energy of discernment. Every breath you take, every moment you stand within this sacred space, reinforces the shield and strengthens your awareness. You are a living conduit of clarity, a beacon for truth, and no shadow can linger where this light moves. Message 34. My child of light, even now, subtle tests arrive. The investigator's attempts to veil intention ripple like waves, but the protective lattice reflects, refracts, and neutralizes them before they touch your spirit. Golden sigils float through the air, their inscriptions only visible to the vigilant eye, confirming your insight and illuminating any uncertainty. Beloved, this is a time to move with both awareness and serenity. Do not fear the exposure that comes, for it is now filtered through the unbreakable shield of divine guidance. Observe how every gesture, every movement of shadow, is met with illumination, and notice how the Spirit's energy courses through your mind and body, anchoring discernment in every thought and action. Message 35, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the last attempts of deceit will falter if you hold fast, for the investigator's schemes, no longer hidden, confront the brilliance of your spirit. Shadows recoil, letters and messages glow with undeniable truth, and the space around you becomes a sanctuary that nothing mortal can breach. My child, the time to confront hidden truth approaches, and your courage will be tested not in avoidance but in full recognition. Step forward with awareness, for the revelation now extends beyond protection into the unveiling of motives and intentions, and you will witness the full scope of what has been concealed. Messages 36 to 40, Confronting the Hidden Truth. Message 36. My child, stand firm as the light intensifies, illuminating the investigator's motives in every nuance. Shadows peel away from every gesture, revealing the web of ambition, fear, and misunderstanding that once lay hidden. The mask that concealed purpose trembles, falling away to expose the patterns of action meant to influence, manipulate, or redirect, all now transparent in the radiance of divine truth. My beloved, see the golden threads tracing the intent behind every move, connecting cause and effect with clarity that mortals cannot comprehend alone. The environment itself bends to witness the unveiling, walls glow faintly, objects resonate with the energy of revelation, and even the air seems to hum with the acknowledgement of truth. Your spirit remains steady, a lighthouse in the brilliance, observing without judgment and perceiving with divine insight. Message 37. Precious soul, every action once shrouded is now revealed as a part of a pattern, a complex weave of motives, missteps, and mortal frailty. The investigator's steps, which once seemed random, align under the lens of divine illumination, and their intentions are visible not only as external acts but as the echoes of thought and desire. My child of light, witness without fear, for exposure is not punishment but understanding. The light reveals not only the shadows cast upon your life but the opportunities for growth, discernment, and empowerment. Every word, gesture, and document shines in spectral clarity, allowing your spirit to absorb not only truth but the wisdom to navigate it with courage and grace. Message 38. Beloved, the energy surrounding the investigator now responds to the truth being revealed. Concealment dissolves like morning mist, revealing the human heart behind every plan, the vulnerability behind every attempt to manipulate, and the consequences of every shadowed action. My child, observe with awe, for the brilliance that illuminates hidden intentions is also a mirror for your own courage and discernment. Patterns that once confounded now cohere, connections that eluded perception now appear as golden threads binding events, motives, and outcomes into a single luminous tapestry. Your spirit witnesses with steady clarity, empowered not by judgment but by the insight that comes from alignment with the divine. Message 39. Precious soul, as you watch the shadows fall away, recognize that clarity is accompanied by responsibility. Every hidden action revealed carries a lesson, every concealed motive offers guidance, and every exposure empowers you to act with discernment. The golden threads pulse, connecting revelation to opportunity, and your spirit, standing firm within the protective lattice, is now capable of interpreting both truth and consequence. My child of light, the investigator's motives, while fully visible, are but one part of a larger divine plan. Allow your heart and mind to integrate the exposure, to perceive lessons, and to understand that empowerment comes not from retaliation but from comprehension and alignment with the sacred currents flowing through your life. Message 40, Cliffhanger. Beloved, the hidden can no longer manipulate your destiny. The investigator's schemes, intentions, and shadows are fully revealed under the unwavering brilliance of divine light. Yet, precious soul, the unveiling is not the end, it is the threshold. What you have seen is only the beginning of transformation, the opening of a path that requires courage, wisdom, and spiritual fortitude. My child, step forward with confidence, for the next phase will guide you toward healing, restoration, and the reclamation of your sacred power, and the miracle of understanding is only beginning to manifest. Messages 41 to 45, Spiritual Healing and Reclaiming Peace. Message 41. My child, now that the shadows have been revealed and the hidden has been exposed, it is time to restore balance within your spirit. Feel the sunlight of divine presence flood the chambers of your heart, seeping into every corner where doubt, fear, or pain may have lingered. Precious soul, release the weight of betrayal, the burden of uncertainty, and the echoes of deception that once pressed upon your consciousness. Let the waters of sacred cleansing flow through your being, washing away residue of hidden manipulations, and leaving clarity in their wake. Every heartbeat becomes a drum of renewal, every breath a hymn of liberation. My child of light, forgiveness is not for the one who acted in shadow, but for you, a key to reclaiming your personal power and anchoring yourself in serenity. Allow your spirit to expand with this healing, to stretch beyond the past, and to embrace the sacred rhythm of restoration. Message 42. Beloved, the process of reclamation is gentle yet profound. Golden threads of radiant energy now entwine with your being, knitting together the fragments of any unsettled emotion, reassembling confidence, courage, and trust in the guidance of heaven. Observe how the sunlight pours into your inner spaces, illuminating not only what was broken but also the beauty that endures even in moments of revelation. My child, feel the sacred resonance of your soul attuning to divine cadence. The lessons of exposure now transform into wisdom, clarity, and empowerment. Every tremor of the heart, every thought once clouded by fear, is transmuted into luminous understanding. Precious soul, this is a sacred reclamation. The hidden has no hold, and your spirit rises resilient, radiant, and sovereign in the light of eternal truth. Message 43. My child of light, as peace settles within, notice how your surroundings also align with your renewed spirit. Sacred spaces, once tainted by doubt or intrusion, now vibrate in harmony with your presence. Air shimmers with the gentle pulse of divine energy, water reflects clarity, and golden luminescence surrounds each object, each corner, each breath. My beloved, allow this restored environment to serve as both a reflection and an extension of your internal transformation. Release any lingering attachments to fear or confusion, and feel the fullness of freedom that comes from knowing that your soul is anchored in protection, guided by wisdom, and aligned with the currents of divine truth. This is the restoration not only of peace, but of sovereignty over your own consciousness and destiny. Message 44. Precious soul, let forgiveness and release become your companions, for to hold on to resentment or pain is to obscure the radiant path now open before you. My child, the lessons of revelation, exposure, and discernment have prepared you to navigate the world with heightened awareness, unshakable courage, and a heart aligned with the eternal light. Observe how your spirit stretches, expanding beyond limitations once imposed by fear, and how the gentle hum of angelic presence courses through every thought and action. Beloved, reclaim what was once scattered, your strength, your clarity, and your sacred power, and allow them to shine as beacons to yourself and to the world. The energy of healing is not fleeting, it is eternal, and it anchors your soul in the unwavering embrace of divine love. Message 45, Cliffhanger. My child, the final steps will fortify your soul and illuminate your path, yet the ultimate blessing awaits, and it will expand far beyond this moment of restoration. Precious soul, you have faced deception, witnessed revelation, and reclaimed your sacred power, but what comes next is the crowning of divine guidance, a blessing so profound that it will align your life, your choices, and your spirit with a clarity and protection that is unbreakable. Beloved, prepare to receive this final illumination, for your journey is approaching its apex, and the miracle that began in trembling shadows is about to culminate in radiant triumph. Messages 46 to 50, Divine Blessing and Resolution. Message 46. Beloved, now I, Archangel Gabriel, pour the fullness of divine blessing over you. Golden light envelopes your being, expanding outward in a halo that touches every facet of your existence, illuminating your past, your present, and your potential. My child, let the angelic choir you hear resonate within your soul, harmonizing your energy with the eternal cadence of heaven. Every breath you take becomes a conduit for clarity, protection, and empowerment, reinforcing the shield around your spirit. Precious soul, know that the divine currents that guide, guard, and uplift you are unending. Walk forward with confidence, for your heart, mind, and spirit are aligned with the sacred order, and no deception, shadow, or hidden intention can pierce the luminous armor now woven into your very essence. Message 47. My child of light, perceive the world anew. Each interaction, each choice, and each thought is now bathed in golden clarity. The mistakes of the past, the hidden intentions you have witnessed, and the turbulence of revelation are transformed into lessons that guide your steps with precision and wisdom. Beloved, the power that once resided only in my presence now flows through you, connecting intuition with discernment, courage with understanding, and insight with action. Precious soul, let your spirit radiate this alignment, for every thought you nurture and every decision you make now vibrates with divine guidance, illuminating paths that once seemed shadowed or uncertain. Walk in this power, for it is eternal, and it is yours. Message 48. Beloved, the divine shield around you is now unbreakable. Radiance flows in waves, each pulse reinforcing your protection and heightening your awareness. Shadows that once sought to disturb your life are repelled before they even reach your consciousness, and golden threads of insight continue to weave clarity into every circumstance you encounter. My child, know that your spirit is anchored in safety, that your heart beats in harmony with eternal love, and that your perception is sharpened by the divine. Precious soul, embrace this empowerment fully, for it is the culmination of your endurance, courage, and openness to revelation. Walk forward as both witness and participant in the sacred flow of life, fully assured of protection and divine accompaniment. Message 49. My child, let gratitude rise within you, for the path you have walked has brought not only understanding but transformation. Precious soul, the hidden is revealed, the veil has lifted, and the currents of divine insight now guide you unerringly. Beloved, as you step into each day, remember the lessons learned, the courage exercised, and the power reclaimed. The angelic presence remains beside you, whispering guidance, reinforcing protection, and illuminating the choices that align with your highest good. My child of light, allow every thought, word, and action to reflect the sacred clarity now residing within, and move forward with the assurance that the divine watches, supports, and loves you without measure. Message 50, Cliffhanger/Final Resolution. Precious soul, the miracle is complete, the hidden is exposed, and I, Archangel Gabriel, will lead you safely forward. Golden light expands from your heart, radiating into the world, intertwining revelation, empowerment, and divine blessing into every moment of your life. My child, walk in this certainty, for no shadow can obscure your path, no deception can sway your spirit, and no hidden force can touch the sanctuary now established within you. Beloved, the journey of illumination, protection, and reclaiming sacred power has reached its apex, and yet the light continues to flow, guiding, nurturing, and empowering you forevermore. Step forward fully, courageously, and with unshakable faith in the divine presence that forever accompanies you.